your girl Calico, and this is the Urban Beat. You know who these guys are. We have Nathan, Sean, Michael, Wanye, multi-platinum recording artist, Boyz II Men. I know, I'm the envy of every young lady, coast to coast, but I got them right here, and we're going full circle. So now, who wants to tell me what's been going on the last couple of years? Let's talk to Nate.
The last couple of years, we've been switching record labels and done some management changes and whatnot, so we've really been focusing on trying to get the business aspect together of what we need to do and, you know, set it up so we can move forward. So.
Because music has changed so much, were you discouraged about sitting still for so long or sitting idle and rebuilding? Were you a little discouraged at all?
A little bit, but I mean, you know, if you don't have the business aspect set up, you know, you don't prepare yourself for bigger and better things, and that's what we always try to look forward to. So we wanted to handle all that ahead of time, so once we went in the studio and did the records, we didn't have to worry about all that stuff later on.
Right. Sean, let me ask you a question. In the whole rebuilding process, what was most important to you with the switch from one label to Arista?
The most important thing to us was the ability to have the freedom to create and to do what we know that we're capable of doing. With the past label, you know, no disrespect, but it was just a little strain when it came to that, and we weren't sure if their support was 100%. So we know that Arista's 100% behind us, and they're with us as far as our creative side and what we want to do. They listen to us, and they're willing to hear input. So that was the most important thing.
Do you think you had maxed yourselves out at the old label, and it was just time for someone who could take you a lot further?
Yes, we definitely felt that we maxed ourselves out, and we needed to move on. It was a time. It's a time where you got to move on to certain things, and we feel like we creatively outgrew Universal in that whole situation, and obviously they felt something similar to the same, so that's why we made a mutual split, and all is lovely, you know what I'm saying? You know, we love Universal for doing that for us, and I'm sure they still respect us for who we are as artists.
What would you say is the staying power? Because you guys have been out for a very long time, and a lot of groups will come out and they'll fall off, but you guys keep reinventing yourselves and coming back stronger than the last time. So what is your staying power?
Well, first of all, I think it's the uniqueness of the group. We've been fortunate enough to do something that no other R&B group has ever done. And I think with that and the love of the music and the respect for each other kind of keeps the whole bond there, because we know that it's special.
Definitely. Wanye, tell me about the new album, Full Circle.
Well, Full Circle is an amalgamation of songs that was put together by Boyz II Men and L.A. Reid, Arista Records, you know, just to, you know, get back out there and do the things that we love to do. Yeah, beautiful music on this album. It's a multifaceted type album. You can make love, you can clean your house, you can work out, you know what I'm saying? You can just, you know, relax and chill. You can drive to it. It's that type of record. It's something that we've always tried to do, is like, you know, give you a record that can vibe with, and that's something that you can do with this album.
Definitely. Now, my favorite song on the whole album is number 9. I'm not even going front. Right on time? Yeah. That's my favorite. I'm not even going front. This CD right here, to me, has gone to a more intimate level, a grown-up level. A lot of the songs before touched on the intimacy, but this CD actually goes there. Was that your intention?
I think so, because it's been a long time since, you know, people had an album that they can actually put on and make love, you know what I mean, and not have to change the CD, you know what I mean, or, you know what I mean, have those songs that you can actually feel emotionally and physically attached to, and you can relate to it. And with the song like Right on Time, that type of song lends its hand, you know what I mean, to those.
Sexy.
Yeah, yes indeed, yes indeed. And when I actually wrote it on a bullet train going from Tokyo to Osaka.
And what were you doing on that train writing that song?
I mean, you know, I was just thinking about past experiences and experiences that I would love to happen in, you know, in the future. And, you know, those things inspire me, you know what I mean? I have a very vivid mind, and, you know what I mean? And it takes me to a place when it comes to those intimate aspects, you know?
One thing that I learned about this CD is a man or a woman can listen to it and it will say what they may be trying to say to their mate. So it's a lot of life experience in there. Is that true?
Exactly, yes. We consider our albums a lot of time the musical hallmark, you know what I mean? the things that people can't say, you know, you can put on our album and it'll say it for you, you know, and it helps because, you know, sometimes thugs don't know how to say I love you, you know what I'm saying, in that manner, you know what I mean, so when they put it on, it becomes more sentimental, you know what I mean, it brings something out of them as well, you know what I mean, and sometimes women, you know, they can't appreciate a good man wanting to love them in a good way, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes they find their man within some of these songs, you know what I'm saying? Even if the man doesn't display that aspect of themselves, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Michael, what does the title Full Circle mean about this project here? Does it have a meaning to it?
Well, basically, full circle is just, that's what we feel like we're in our lives. We feel like that everything in our life has come around the same way in terms of like, we were in Motown early on, and it was a family atmosphere. Everything was really, really fun over there. And then somewhere along the lines, it just didn't become fun anymore. You know, it lost all the fun, lost all the excitement about it. And then people that were in our lives at those times, you know, they're back in our lives now, and it seems like everything's fun again. It seems like the business is on track. It seems like the music is back on track. It just seems like everywhere we are in our lives has come full circle. You know, that's the title.
So now, whose idea was it for that awesome video? If you haven't seen the video, right? The video for Full Circle, you all are like all over the world. So it was like a different producer for every country you were in. Whose idea was that?
Lil X brought that together. Lil X went out there and called on his friends, you know what I'm saying, Benny Boom and Chris Robinson and who else, Hype. And he called on his friends and said, look, man, I have this idea to take the fellas all around the world. I need each one of you in a different section, you know what I'm saying, and this is how I want it to be. And when he first explained it to us, we were like, man, you crazy, man. Let's just use a blue screen and get that be done with it. It's like, no, man, trust me, man. We have to be there to catch the real essence of this thing. And once we got there, we felt exactly what he felt. Even though we traveled 24 hours on a plane to get there and whatnot, it was a great experience, man. And he was right.
Awesome. Now, what's your favorite song on the new CD?
I would honestly have to say all of them, for the mere fact that we may have recorded about 30, 35 songs, and then we narrowed them down to 14 of our favorites. You know, so I would honestly have to say each one of them serves its purpose.
What's your favorite song on the CD?
I mean, I guess I have to say, you know, my favorite songs switch, you know what I'm saying? It depends on what type of mode I'm in, you know what I'm saying? You know, one day it'll be, you know, That's Why I Love You, which is number 11. And another day it'll be, you know what I'm saying, yeah. Then another day it'll be Roll With Me, you know what I'm saying, the up-tempo. Then another day it'll be Right On Time. And then by the end of the week, it'll be the whole album, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's that type of vibe with me, you know.
Well, I've already said my favorite is number 9. What's your favorite song on the CD?
All of them.
All of them? You don't like anyone in particular? What not?
All of them.
Wow. What's your favorite song on the CD?
Same thing. Only because, like, we don't try to just make records like everybody else as far as like, okay, we're going to make a real hot single, and then we're going to make a bunch of album fillers. Like, we try to take the old school approach, kind of like how Stevie Wonder and Marvin Gaye used to do it, where back in the day, you bought a Marvin Gaye or Stevie Wonder record because, not because of a single, but because it was Marvin Gaye and Stevie Wonder. You know what I'm saying? So you picked up the whole album expecting greatness, and we try to put that pressure on us. We're not saying we're Marvin Gaye and Stevie Wonder, but we try to follow the same patterns that they did. That's the only way you can achieve greatness, is if you follow greatness.
Definitely. It's Calico. We're on the Urban Beat hanging out with Boyz II Men. Full Circle. It's in the stores. Go get it today. I'm telling you, number 9, man.